I have to do an exam, and I'd just go hang out with people and like get to know people and stuff
Just
like
a
that.
disclaimer. Just a
Don't do
disclaimer.
that.
Don't
Yeah,
do
don't
that.
do that. Don't do that. And like that's one thing that I think I'm the biggest advocate about. Anyone that comes to events, see you smile.
Don't skip
anything,
classes.
That was the main thing that I keep telling people is don't do what I did.
Yeah.
If someone tells me they have an assignment, we don't need you to help. Go study, come back. We have a million events coming up. Go to those. Like finish what you have and then come back.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the Talk Lab podcast. Thank you for clicking on this episode and joining us on the Talk Lab. If you haven't subscribed yet to the Talk Lab podcast, it's been 22 episodes. I don't know what the heck you're doing with your life. Like you should be subscribed right now. Click that red button. Make yourself happy. Make us happy as well. Also, if you haven't checked out the Talk Lab podcast on other platforms, such as Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and Anghami, you should be checking the Talk Lab there. Because if you can't watch it, you can listen to it in the car anytime. So subscribe to us on other platforms as well. Check us out on social media. Our social media links are in the description. Today, my guest is known for his golden smile, I'd love to call it. Actually, like, visit his Instagram. You're going to see every photo. His literally golden smile. From See You Smile, Omar Al Dib. How's it going, bro? Shaking
like,
your head.
Listen.
Being so...
Chill. No. Like, it's... can copy paste my face in any of the photos and I look exactly the same. So I don't know if that's a golden smile, but Allah, it is what it is.
Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. To be honest with you, it inspires me. It motivates me when I go to your Instagram. I love the smile. And it to be honest with you, it gets people... and through a lot of trouble, because like you're a representative from See You Smile, so that explains a lot. Yeah. It's great, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
And comparison to other people such as myself as well, like we try to look cool on Instagram. Look
how I look, man. What do you mean?
I try to look cool. That's not the result that I get.
I can't do that. The smile isn't helping too. So like it's okay. We all have that feeling.
Okay. Yeah. How you been, bro?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Good. How's COVID treating you? This is the golden question that I ask everyone on the podcast.
Yeah, I think to be honest, like I might have like taken it. I wouldn't say the best, but like I always do my best to look at the positives, if that makes sense. And I don't want to sound cheesy or something because I like see you smile and stuff and like I'm smiling and I'm happy and all this stuff. It's not that. It's like I'm just doing my best to like a lot of people have been dealing with a lot of stuff and obviously life isn't as easy and it's been difficult and a lot of people got affected. So I think with a club like See You Smile, with the stuff that we've been able to do, like we felt that if See You Smile was needed, it's now. So
more than ever, actually.
Exactly. So that kind of motivates us to keep going at it.
Exactly.
And so like it's
Definitely. That's the point actually of smiling. And like scientifically, okay, if you feel down and like you even fake smile, your mood gets back up easily.
I think that stuck with me. Like I smile too much,
which is good
on like selfies and stuff like that, and it's just stuck. So like,
it's awesome.
Yeah, I guess
because like, don't get me wrong. Like these are hard times, difficult times for everyone, and stressful as well. Like I've talked to a lot of students from Carleton lately, and it's not easy. It hasn't been easy. So we need something. We need a smile. That's what we need. Literally.
Yeah.
We need to be happy. And like, I mean, like summer is approaching, so
sun's gonna be out and stuff like that.
Finally. Finally.
I think lockdown slowly it's gonna
disappear a little bit.
Hopefully, but then it keeps coming back on and stuff like that.
This is the third time now. But then they made it in a way that it seemed that it's a full lockdown.
Yeah. I lost count on how many times. Like again, it didn't affect me that much because I was still able to
work and
events and like my job and stuff like that. So it's not as locked down to me. But I'd noticed how many people got affected with it and stuff like that. So,
I mean, one thing that affected me is like me being able to like go out with friends and stuff. Probably restaurants are not existent for us, so it's not
Yeah.
a fun
Like I
side
taught
of
myself how
it.
to cook, so I used to cook in bake sales and stuff like
Oh,
that
that's
in
good.
the club, but
Oh
then when
yeah.
it came to like COVID and stay at home and all this kind of stuff, in between events and in between my job, I'd teach myself how to make like sushi, mlokhia.
Oh, that's impressive,
I don't
actually.
know, like just okay, it doesn't taste that good, but like it's the
Hey, you gotta start somewhere,
exactly,
okay?
yeah. Yeah.
Hey, like here's me proud of the subs that I made the other day, okay? So
Yeah, like that's something.
which is like literally pre-made for me to like just
Like
mix them together.
I lived off like noodles and pizza and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like the jump to sushi and like
It's a big jump.
mlokhia,
It
it's a
is.
jump. Yeah,
It
but it's
is. It
good.
is.
Yeah.
Man, it's been though like talking about like lockdowns and everything. This is the third time, and they made it seem as if like we're gonna lock down the whole country again. That's it,
Mhm.
and we're like we got pissed over nothing, and then they're like, oh, we just gave you a number for people that should be in one place. It's like, well, that's what you guys did before. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like why you guys calling this a lockdown? It's not a
That's
lockdown.
what I've been told is in the next few weeks they might actually put us in an actual lockdown
Well,
because the
yeah, because
cases have been,
they said if the numbers go up
which
again,
is
they
what's
have to
happening now.
take the
So like
other.
I
Yeah,
think it made it to like 150 one of
yeah.
the past 2 days, if I'm not.
It is. It is on the edge, but
Yeah.
like, what do you
It's still
expect?
what? Yeah, I know. Like
Though,
that's the thing. But I don't know. Like I don't know how I feel about this whole thing. Like
yeah, it's. I have mixed feelings. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like on one side, I'm literally following more than the rules, because yesterday I got a DM from someone, um, commenting about me double masking, which I should be because I'm a frontline worker, and I do take it an extra step. I do care about my health, the health of the customer, the health of my family. So I double mask. And the guy was like, "Don't you think this is unhealthy?" I was like, "What's unhealthy about it?" Like you gotta just to state something, okay? You gotta give me a legit a legit website that said that this is unhealthy.
yeah.
Like don't just state it there and just try to argue. So I didn't argue with them, and I was like,
Just
just
yeah.
let it go. People have their own theories right now. I'm not even gonna discuss it with you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you try to be as safe as you can, and that's I feel like a lot of people have been doing that, hands down.
Yeah.
If you're as well double masking or like face shield, whatever, face shield with mask, that's been something
Yeah.
else. I can't imagine like how
Doesn't
people do
sound
it.
that fun, but yeah.
Yeah, like you hear your own voice, it's echoey and
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't sound that
blurs
fun.
out most of the time.
If you sneeze, I don't know how that ends up coming out, but like, yeah, it doesn't sound that fun.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, not good. Not good, just saying.
Yeah.
God. But yeah, how's like the precautions that you've been taking, like because
So I
you've
think
been working from an office,
yeah.
or
So I have a 9 to 5.
okay,
And like they took us out of the office. They told us like we have laptops and stuff, so they told us, okay, you guys can stay at home.
right?
So obviously it's nice and stuff because I live in the south and my office
That's
was
good.
in Gatineau, so it was always a mission to get to the office.
Interesting.
So stay at home didn't sound that bad until like 1 month goes by, 2 months, it's 12 months. Now it's like what, 18 months? And
Yeah,
it's like not 18. No, it is. It has been 12
it's
months.
it's
Damn.
been
Oh,
it's
wait,
been more than
it's been 12 months.
it's
Yeah.
been 12 months.
So like 12 months of like staying at home.
Like yeah, what's
Yeah.
next? That's what you tell yourself.
But the thing is, like at the same time, like events and stuff like that, like you obviously have to keep that in mind. Like you don't want to put anyone's safety like on the line. And it's not just my own safety. It's not just the team's safety. But then if I want to help someone, but then I get them sick, like I just defeated the whole idea
literally
of me helping them.
it's so difficult.
So like in that sense, it's obviously masking, gloves, like mask, gloves, social distancing,
Especially sanitizers,
exactly,
everything. I think a lot of people like had a lot of difficulties in the beginning as well, like to get used to everything.
It's not getting used to it. It's
Yeah.
actually finding them.
Oh,
Like
yeah. Oh,
that
that's
was
in the
one of
beginning.
the
Yeah, I
things.
recall
And in
that.
the beginning, I know
I almost forgot that.
yeah, like in the beginning, because that was one of the things that we had to like kind of think about. Like I luckily had a lot of gloves. I didn't have that many masks, but I found out like someone I
Yep.
know, they like he donated some to help us out in events. With gloves, I had them in past events.
Awesome.
And then when it comes to like events and stuff, it's like, okay, like I can't, it's like it was an actual lockdown. So
Exactly. You
not that
can't
many
make any
places,
events.
not that many places
No,
outside, but I can do things at my house.
literally.
So I was doing things by myself, and I don't want to put anyone, like I was living alone, and a lot of people in the club, a lot of people I know live with family, live with people that they know, and I don't want to put them with people that they love, like
In a danger, yeah.
exactly. So I think in the beginning, I just said, you know what, like if I get sick, I'll stay at home. I would social distance. I won't talk to anyone. I'll just deal with it by myself, but I won't have anyone that I can affect.
Literally.
So in my end, it was like, you know what, like because they can go and help out in soup kitchens and stuff, maybe that's on me.
Okay.
And I began, and I think on the note, like why I mentioned all of this is I ended up making people masks. So like I found a way to know how to like sew a mask and stuff like that, and began like doing it.
Here's something.
But it was funny, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to switch it a little bit about like when you first joined See You Smile, and we were talking previous start recording as well. Like you were in multiple clubs. I was gonna say podcasts for some reason.
Yeah.
Talk Lab.
Talk Lab.
Exactly. So yeah, like you were in multiple clubs. I just want to talk about like how did you come to the idea of joining clubs?
So I think the thing with me was so in high school, not even high school, like I lived in Amman.
Yep.
So Middle East and stuff like that.
Jordan,
and like the thing, yeah. So my thing was I wasn't the best student, and I would always be like I'd come to a school, I'd get into a few, I'd say conflicts, but it was fights and stuff. And then what ended up happening is I would get not kicked out, but like they just tell me you don't have to come back again. Like, even if I'm paying, it's like, no, it's okay. Just find a new school. So like I ended up going to multiple schools, and each school that I go to, obviously I want to meet people. I want to know like, you know, people that I can play with, people that I can like hang out with and stuff like that. So any school that I went to, I'd do my best to meet as many people as I can. And then once I switched to a new school, it's like, okay, I have to do this again. And that built me up in the sense of like socially, like it wasn't that difficult to meet that many people. It wasn't that difficult to like hang out with new people. And that kept happening. Like 9 months, I'd be in a school, and then okay, switch to a new one, and then switch to a new one, switch to a new one.
Literally every year.
And then when I made it, like when I was about to finish high school, it was like, okay, like now all the schools, all the people that I know in each of these schools, I'm gonna have them all in one place. And I was in a way like living life, like I was just imagining, oh, like I'm gonna know all these people. Anything that I study,
you're gonna be the popular kid there, whatever.
Kind of like that didn't mean that much to me, but like just the idea that okay, like I'm gonna know a lot of people,
right?
And then my family told me that, oh yeah, go to Canada, and I'm like, oh my god. So like I came to Canada again. Yeah, and when I came to Canada, it's like I was kind of like focused on, you know what, like all the people that I want to talk to and all the people that I'm gonna hang out with is the people that I knew back home. So I was going to some classes and then Skype. Class Skype, and I didn't want to meet that many people. And then slowly what ended up happening is I began noticing that like I'm wasting my time, and like it's like I'm meeting some people, but then I don't see them again. Like I'm not going out of my way to see them. And then I said, you know what, like I'm gonna flip the switch and
try to
let's meet some people. And I, again, like socially, it wasn't that difficult to like meet people.
No.
So then
talking about Carleton, because Carleton is a pretty social place.
So the thing that happened with me is when I say I flipped the switch, like it was bad. Like it was like I met at least like 1,000 people in like in one, like I had 2.5 months of studying. I was supposed to go to class and stuff. I think I went to maybe like 2 classes. It was like the one they talk about like the syllabus and stuff, and like that's the one that I'd go to, and I'd tell myself I'm gonna keep going to class,
Oh my God.
and I'm gonna take notes and stuff, and I don't know how like my TA looks. I don't know how the people. I don't know who's in my class. And it was just, you know what? I'll just show up when I have to do an exam, and I'd just go hang out with people and like get to know people and stuff
just
like
a
that.
Disclaimer. Just a
Don't do
disclaimer.
that.
Don't
Yeah,
do
don't
that.
do that. Don't do that. And like that's one thing that I think I'm the biggest advocate about. Anyone that comes to events, see you smile.
Don't skip classes.
That was the main thing that I keep telling people is don't do what I did.
Yeah.
If someone tells me they have an assignment, we don't need you to help. Go study, come back. We have a million events coming up. Go to those. Like finish what you have and then come by.
Exactly.
So yeah, so that happened. I began meeting people. Because I knew a lot of people, I was good with selling tickets.
Exactly. Okay.
And then what ended up happening is, we have a ski event. I'm selling tickets. And then I'd tell, like, I think the easiest way to sell tickets, if anyone's going to sell tickets to any event, you find a bunch of people hanging out, take one of them, convince them to come, and then they'll convince the people with them. Literally. So like that doesn't waste that much time. So I began doing that a lot, and I began like getting to know them and stuff like that. And I'd sell like a bus by myself, and slowly it would be like, okay, can you help us sell tickets? Can you help us sell tickets? And I was just helping out associations, and not helping out, but like it was fun to me, and I'd go to the events. But that ended up happening, and then it made it to a point that I was in like 5 or 6 associations at any given time. With my studies, so it was so dumb. It was dumb.
How's your time schedule again?
Bad. Like and it stuck with me until now. Like I don't sleep that much. Like maybe at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then I'd wake up at like 6, 7.
Oh my God.
So like, and that's followed me up until this point. And like I don't mind it. Like I got used to it, and my body's used to it. But it's not. Don't do that. Yeah. So like that's.
Yeah, I'm a little bit as well. Like I'm to the same similar story, but I like 4 hours. I don't know why my body likes 4 hours of sleep is enough for it. It's not actually enough. I'm not sure. When I sleep 6 hours, I feel super tired. When I sleep 8 hours,
same thing.
Extremely tired.
I don't think I've seen 8 in I don't know how long. Like the most I've slept was maybe 5 or 6 since I came to uni, and I don't mind it. Like it's bad, and actually, I know it's gonna hit me soon.
I think so. Yeah,
I think it hit me. I just don't. I deny it, but like it's bad. Like don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah. Though if you're gonna do that, you're gonna listen to us just talking about how good it is and how good it feels. It just I don't know why I feel more energetic, and I think it's the coffee.
Even coffee, I haven't been as like I used to be. Like addicted to coffee, and like now I'm just too lazy to make it.
Totally.
So like it's like I think go on with my day with okay, like I have to get this done by today, and like that's how I kind of
that's interesting. Yeah, no, I recall that it happened one time. I was grade 12. That's one of the things that hit me hard, and I was talking to you about how late I joined university and everything. So I came to Canada, and then they pushed me back 1 year, and then there was some stuff that I haven't basically pushing me back. It was not 1 year, it was on paper it was a year and a half, so basically wasted 2 years.
It's anyway, life, man. It's fine.
Literally. Man. Anyway, so what ended up happening as well in grade 12, I joined I was volunteering in this mosque, and I don't know why I took it on myself to manage everything. I liked everything. I liked managing, and I liked the responsibility. Don't get me wrong, I got a lot of experience from that. So, but on the actual, studying side and on school side, I did so badly. So,
Wallah, that's my life.
Literally, that's year, and so there was an added year. I was able to like recover from that, and that like basically, as I told you, I was like a year and a half, which basically was 2 years. So instead of repeating 2 years, I pushed everything in one place, the time that I was free in, and I got on my feet. And
that's good, man.
I don't know how it worked out for me. It was not good. Alhamdulillah, I joined, like that's how I got into uni, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Like just saying that if you can't do it, learn how to say no. to some stuff, even though it's good to join. It's for a great cause, I know, but also like, put a time. Studying comes first.
I think the thing with me was it goes past like the time that you spent on it. It goes past like the people that you meet and stuff. I think you always have to look into what will you get out of it.
Yeah.
Not in a selfish way, not as okay, you know what, I'm gonna go do this and then I'm gonna put it on my CV. Well, I'm gonna go do this to, I don't know, like to show off, or to meet people,
get to know, or like increase my network or
stuff like that.
It's always, this is the good stuff, but like don't make it in a selfish way. That's what we're
like
saying.
The thing
right?
is, like, I think with me is like when I joined a lot of these clubs,
right,
I got to know people, and I think it just made it to a point that it just happens on its own, that I don't have to go out of my way to do so. But the moment you see that, okay, like this is affecting my studies and stuff, you can back off without feeling like,
without feeling bad or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, and yeah, I guess
I think that's what hit me sometimes, backing off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Backing off from something. It's like, I started this, I want to continue in it.
Yeah.
And then you start affecting your studies and your marks show bad marks.
But like, that's the thing. I think I think I was telling you about it in the beginning, but like, I think that's something with anyone that joins You Smile.
Right.
Like, they can attest to it, that if you have studies,
don't
come to an event.
Yeah.
You have, like, you can join the second event, you can do something else, like, it's fine. Like, you don't have to show up to this one. We have a million events happening. So like, it's always one of the things that, and again, just like me saying, don't study and don't do what I did. Like, I mean it. Like, it's not something that, like, I'm not someone that's supposed to, like, don't do anything that I do. Like, okay, you want to smile, but like, you want to help people. Okay, that's cool, good. That's fun, but like, don't do it the way I do it.
Yeah, I'd say most people that I brought on this podcast, I talk to them about like, how do you manage your time and how do you, but with me, or I'm not sure about you, but with me, it's sometimes it works, but sometimes, most of the times, let's say, it's non-existent. Time management, really non-existent.
I don't think like if you tell me, okay, what do you have next week? Well, what do you have in a few days? I can't. Honest, wallahi, I have no idea, like, what I have tonight.
My God.
And it's not that, it's, again, like, this isn't me like saying, oh my God, like, I always have
a lot of stuff, but you just don't know.
I can do that, and and it's not something that I'm happy about. Like, it's like, not getting enough sleep isn't something that's fun.
No.
Always feeling sleepy and always wanting to go to sleep, that's not exciting. Like, that's not, I'm not enjoying it. No. But like, I always put aside, like, I always think about, okay, like what can I do? Like, okay, like, I can go to sleep, I can play FIFA, I can watch Netflix.
Right.
Well, I can go do something else, and I can help someone else, and I can do something to benefit someone else. It's okay. This stuff can wait. And like, I think with COVID, and this isn't me complaining. This isn't me, like, it was funny to me, but like, in the beginning of COVID, I would always, like, I'd make it home at like 1 a.m.
Holy.
And all I would see is people posting like challenges, people posting like the TV show that they began watching, and like all this stuff. And like
what's that?
Like, it takes me, and I'm not even joking, it would take me a few days to finish an episode of like Money Heist, or an episode of, like, it takes.
But please tell me you finished Money Heist.
I finished Money Heist.
Okay, thank you.
It was actually good. But it's like, that's the thing. Like, it takes, I don't know how, like, I can't finish a show, like an episode, in one sitting, because I don't have time. And I'd only watch it as I'm about to go to sleep.
Oh, God.
So like, it was.
Here's to the person who told me to finish Osman. What? The episode is an hour and a half, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. No. I barely finished Artugal when I was. I played it as like in the background because I like to play something while I'm studying, but I barely finished like that. And it's like, by the way, for people like who don't know about this, it's on Netflix. Artugal, you can watch it. I highly recommend you watching it, but don't waste so much time because it's 80 episodes per season. It's crazy. It's like, what? Who does 80
that would
episodes?
take me, like, if I begin it now, I might finish it in like 2025.
Literally.
Like,
Yeah, dude, my family finished it like in a month or something, and I'm like, you guys are crazy. Do you have anything to do? Like,
That's
yeah,
insane.
COVID, I guess. Nothing to do. I was
That's
like,
insane.
yeah, sorry, but no,
Yeah.
that's not gonna be me. No, I always have something to do though. Like it's I don't know. I'm managing right now to like play something in the back. That's why I bought like a separate TV, so I can have it in the background, spoiling myself so much. But when you're editing, here's what happens, and I think Khalid Nabil in the episode previously he explained how editing actually destroys your computer and sucks the life out of it. Literally, like you can't do anything aside from opening that. So if you're thinking about like playing anything on your computer, even Spotify, forget it. By the way,
Yeah.
so it helps having another TV that plays in the background while you're editing or doing anything on your computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, basically that's how time management works for me. But like social life, nothing.
Yeah. I
right now.
thing is, like, with social life, like I think that's one of the things that I think I'm always gonna, I wouldn't say complain about, but like that's something that I'd always have to point out is I don't have the same social life that a lot of people have, like hanging out, like going to, I don't know, like shisha, playing FIFA, doing all the stuff. I'm not doing it as much as anyone else, and it's not that it's a bad thing.
No,
it's a good thing, but I think it's a way that I got used to, and like, yeah, and like it's the way that I got used to, kind of, because I think with See You Smile, with the stuff that we've been able to do, and like since we began it in 2016, it's been like my social life went, I mean, going out and hanging out and all this stuff to, okay, let's go
and do an event.
Exactly. And the event is a hangout. And like any hangout that we have, like someone would call me and tell me, listen, like we haven't made meals and giving them, like handing them out to the homeless and stuff in so long. Let's meet up at my house. I'm going to get chicken, potatoes and stuff like that. Would cook them and then would go hand them out. And then would get bubble tea, would go hang out and do stuff. So like that's been the past since 2016. Like that's been
40 years now. What? 5 years. 2021. Sorry, I'm still living in 2020. But yeah, like I don't know. To me, it seems like the advantages of this is more than the disadvantages. I'd say it's a good thing. Well, for everything, there's advantages and disadvantages. Losing words here. Yeah. So, but sorry. So on the advantages side, like you're pushing more people to do better, like do good stuff.
I hope
it's a good thing. Like you know, like switching over the hangouts to, or just like making the hangouts as like, okay, let's make something out of this hangout. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think with that is like homelessness, people in need and stuff like that. They always have that stigma. Like you'd always assume that, like, how do I explain it? Or like substance abuse, they put themselves in this position. Why don't they get a job and stuff like that? If I give them coins, if I give them money, they'll end up using it in something else.
Yeah.
So I think
we all know those comments.
Yeah. So like that was always what I would listen to, and that was something that a lot of people that I know would always say it. And like when I was in uni, so I finished uni in 2018, but like when I was in uni in the beginning of See You Smile and stuff like that, that was always that one comment. And it was always that, and stop wasting time. And it was always the thought of me helping these people is a waste of time because they don't even want to help themselves. And I get that. And I know that that might be the case with a lot of people, but I think my end is if out of the 10 people that I attempt to help, only one of them actually takes it and does something with it and it might affect his life, that's enough to me.
Literally more than enough.
Yeah. And like to me, it's like even if all of the events that we've done, and it was like maybe 150, 160 events since we began. And each event is like a week of planning, 2 weeks of planning, sometimes like a few months of planning. Like if all of those, you line them up and you tell me you did not change a single life except this one, I think that's enough. And like, I think if the life that maybe I would have impacted, I I wouldn't even say I impacted, like the life that we impacted as a club was impacted, like has impacted someone that actually joined the club, not the people that we like want to help.
Mm-hmm.
They became social, they met people, they did something, they found a job, all the stuff. That's also enough to me. Like that's something that I like, and I like seeing people that I know. I like seeing people that like get positively like impacted. I don't know if anything I said made sense.
Actually, no, it does, and I think it relates to something. Lately, I've been watching this show. It's on Disney Plus. That's the place that I've been watching it on. It's 911. A lot of people have seen like some of those like clips pop up on TikTok, on Instagram, like whatever. It's a great show. I loved it, and I can relate to that to whatever you were saying, because like, so it was showing. I'm not sure if the stories there are like actual stories or just made up. I'm really not sure, but we can basically say like it shows how 911 dispatchers taking calls that actually are not emergencies some of the times, and some of the times it's dumb, but sometimes they take calls where it's life changing, like literally. And imagine if they weren't there, like if those, let's say basically paramedics weren't there and that person died. Well, they could have changed it though. So I feel it kind of relates to to your story as well.
So
like,
something that I think it's a Google quote, like that someone like I think I just like I was looking into quotes just to get some motivation on like in the beginning of See You Smile. It was just like kindness, like quotes about kindness, quotes about helping people and stuff like that. And it was one of the quotes was and that's I think kind of what influenced See You Smile, when it began See You Smile, which is okay, I don't know how it begins, I don't know how to say it, but like it's basically I once saw something that upset me and I kept asking myself, why doesn't someone do something about this? And then I noticed I am someone. So like the idea of that is okay, lockdown, Netflix, FIFA, food, TV shows, and all this kind of stuff. But then who's going to be the one that's going to go help out the homeless? Who's going to be someone that's going to go do this or this or this? And it's not that it's me, and it's not that I feel like this is my mission in life and stuff like that, but it's just that I feel that, listen, like, I can take it. I can take the hit. Like, if I get sick, hopefully I don't and stuff, but like, if someone's going to get sick doing this, I don't mind it being me, just because I'm living alone and not that many people that I can affect. I kept a distance. I didn't hang out with that many people in the beginning of the lockdown, just because like I've been hanging out. I've been not hanging out, but like I've been going out. I've been going to soup kitchens, like in between homeless people and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't want anyone to
get sick.
Exactly. So like I said, you know what, like.
But you've been taking a lot of precautions as well, but it's just an extra thing that you're trying to take as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the events that you guys have been doing lately.
I've seen much.
I've seen it did, like, COVID affected lots of clubs differently. Some of them had 0 events, like at all, not even Zoom or nothing. They're like, oh, that's done for us. Not saying that this is bad. It's just how it did affect them. Like literally, it's difficult to manage. I'm just saying that, like, if they're like, if it's a club that's mainly it's mainly, it has, their events are based on let's gather. It should be a big gathering. They can't do that right now. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And that was the issue with us in the beginning, because that was something that we had to kind of think about. Is a lot of like when we used to host a lunch bag event. So basically we'd meet up on campus, we would divide into each table, like each column or a section of a table. Right. This is, we'd put the bologna on the sandwich, you pass it back, they put something else. Like, and they just keep adding stuff to the sandwich, and then they close it, and then they put it in the lunch bag at the last station. And that lunch bag in the station behind it would be designing the lunch bags. Right. So like we'd have about like maybe 50, 60, 70 people coming to those events. And as soon as they finish, okay, when will you guys do it again? We do a second event, and it's like all of those. And then you tell us that, no more, no nothing. I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, let's find something else to do.
Yeah.
But these people still need help. So that's when you take a step back and like they only limit us to 5 people. We'll talk to campus, we'll talk to places, and we'll see, okay, how can we give us a class, give us a place. We'll all 6 feet, we'll all be 6 feet, like socially distant, gloves, masks, all the stuff. Everything. We'll have like all of that, and then we'll find a way to do it. And like that's I think it's exciting. Like it was actually fun in the beginning, like just finding new ways to do it, like loopholes and stuff like that on how we can help out. But yeah.
That's like 10% of like what of your numbers. So like from 50 to 5 people. Yeah. Oh God, I can't imagine though. Can't imagine. I've been talking as well with Jawad from PSA, and he's like, I've been closely as well, like talking to him, and we're talking about like how they're gonna manage this event and that event. And to be honest with you, I was like, this is a big headache, man. Like, I can't imagine how you guys go through it. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Hands down, PSA, they had to cancel one of the events lately. I can't disclose what it was because I was kind of involved as well, and I'll get in trouble if I say what it was. But
it's all good.
It was a good idea that they had, and unfortunately that they had to like cancel it.
It's all good. It's all good,
man. But like, it was based on some gathering as well.
Yeah.
So that's all I can say. But
that sucks. That sucks. Like the thing is, like when you plan stuff again, and like this is one of the things that, like I think a lot of people don't notice is a lot of thought and time and stuff goes into each event, and that's when not sleeping helps, because between my 9 to 5 and the time I'm supposed to go to sleep, I have to finish X amount of things, and the less I sleep, the more stuff you get done. So like that's why I'd advocate it on my own self. Like I wouldn't want people to do it, but like that's when I can justify not sleeping. But it would suck, like it does suck obviously, to cancel an event. Well, it sucks to take all of the time that you put into it and you have to put it aside because like a lockdown happened, but you always have to look at not the positives, but why the lockdown happened. Well, why you shouldn't do the event is, if you'll get a lot of people, if someone was to get sick, it's not gonna look good. Like not on you, not the people planning it, but then also not on the club and stuff like that. And I think with See You Smile, like the whole point is we want to help, and then let's all go and help. And then we get sick, the people we want to help get sick, and then it's like, what the hell? Like, what's the point of this? Like, just close the club. But yeah.
That's what I feel as well, like about what companies and big groups and those stuff have been realizing lately, that like you're not only affecting a branch, or you're not only affecting like 5-10 people, like you're actually affecting, if not the whole city, maybe also the province. So because it's not easy. Like I can't, as like I work as a casual person, so casuals have to cover multiple places. I can't do that right now, because imagine if I work in 2 places and if I like get sick, hopefully not, but it means I am gonna literally end with the business of our like stuff that we do, because they only need me in busy places as well. So if I get sick, I bet you half of Ottawa will get sick because of me. So hopefully not. But like, so again, that's to the person who DM'd me. I'm picking on you today. If I get sick, literally 150 old people will get sick. I'm trying not to. Hopefully not. Yeah. But just saying, like it's not easy. So I feel like, though, going back to See You Smile, I feel like you're taking it more like as a personal thing. Like you take it upon yourself to do that, to manage, and just like to take on extra stuff as well. Like, how do you think? How do you think about that?
Like it's nothing. Like again, I think to that. Well, why that's a thing. I enjoy it. Like tell me, let's go watch a movie. Well, let's go make lunch bags and give them to the homeless. I'll always choose B. Okay, so like I don't know why I'm built like this. I don't know why I think that way, but I'm happy that it is the case, and it's past like me getting complimented. It's past people thinking that I'm a nice guy. I'm not that nice. And I think if you hang out with me, like you wouldn't like me that much, and it's fine. Like I know. No. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm just saying.
listen,
We've been
like
hanging out,
it's
you know.
listen. Like
Off the
I
cameras,
do.
he's really great. Just saying.
Listen, like I tend to annoy a lot of people. I assume,
Uh,
and I know that. But like the thing with that is, I think I have to cancel out how annoying I can be and how obnoxious I can be to some people with, okay, you know what, if, like, I don't mind them saying that I'm annoying. I don't mind people thinking that I'm mean, well, I'm this, well, I'm that. If they can look at that and say, you know what, but okay, he does something good, let's also do something good. Like maybe in I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying. As in, like, it's like basically the reverse effect of hating someone.
Like I don't mind people hating me. Like I don't mind people hating me. I don't like upsetting people. Like,
I hope they take it in this way. I hate this guy, but I'm gonna do better than him.
Exactly. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'd love that. And if someone looks at me and says, "Oh," but then that also goes to the point of, so like when it comes, like I think to the question that you asked, like why I feel like I have to take it upon myself and stuff like that is, one, I feel like I have to. I don't know why. I feel like if someone has to do this, it has to be me.
You're that someone.
Exactly. So like I feel like, a lot of like okay, how do I put this?
Yeah.
I'm not funny. I don't have the funniest jokes. Like I have the lamest jokes. I think anyone can, like I think anyone that knows, like they always call me the dad of See You Smile because of like dad jokes. And it's like a lot of the jokes I say not that funny. Studying wise.
Oh, don't worry. I've seen terrible jokes.
Studying wise, I was dumb. I was a dumb student. I was a dumb kid. Like I have no talents at all, but I like helping people,
which is great.
Yeah, I guess.
No,
but like
to me, that's great.
Yeah.
To be
but
honest
like that's the
you,
thing.
but...
So like to me, it was always the sense of, okay, like I don't know how to do a lot of things, and a lot of things that I do might not like be the most beneficial to me, but they might benefit someone else, and that's enough to me. And if that's the case, like if something that I say or something that I do might impact someone's life, then that's like, I think that's my lifelong mission, is to change someone's life. Exactly. And I did not do that yet. Even if I kind of did, doesn't count.
Hey,
like to me, it's I want to do something that significantly changes someone's life. And if that comes with like a lot of people, and like I think like I'm bouncing all the thoughts in my head,
ahead,
but like I think the idea of it is going to the people that might get annoyed at me, going to the fact that a lot of the things that we do as a club, sometimes I take it on maybe by myself, or I take it on like as a club, but my face shows in like all the photos and stuff like that. I think I missed one or two events since the beginning of the club.
Holy.
So like the thing with that, like I think all of those, when you put them in like in the middle, it's always gonna, like you'd always get that comment, you'd always get that, I wouldn't say feedback, like thing, but like people would always look at it as, okay, like what's the point of flexing? What's the point of showing people that, oh, look at what I'm doing? Well, look at like, it's like me giving a homeless man like a sandwich and then posting a photo of that. Like the thought of that, it does not sit well with me. Like it doesn't sit well with me showing people that, oh, look at what I'm doing. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. And that was something that since the beginning of the club, like if you go all the way back to the beginning of See You Smile, that was one of the main things to me is I do not want this thing to affect my intention.
Here's the moral issue that like you're stating here, if you allow me to say it.
Yeah,
so like, it's like, okay, or here's my moral issue with the whole thing. Okay, your guys are not doing this, but I'm just saying that it's like someone, which a lot of YouTube videos are showing nowadays. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos doing that. So they go to a homeless person and they give them money, and you guys are recording this. As a human being, I wouldn't want my face to be on camera receiving any help. If you are gonna help me with something, like you better make it as like, just normal. But though you guys are not doing that, because like if you compare what you guys are doing to what those people are doing, it's not flexing
so the
in
thing
this
is,
way.
The thing is like, I'm Muslim. So like,
Right.
a lot of what we want to do, a lot of what we've been doing is
for good deeds.
Exactly. So it's like sadaqah and stuff like that. And then just looking at the fact that, like, this might, like, we might, like, when we began the club, it's like, okay, like, we'll do one event, take a few steps, and then, okay, like, we finished, we closed the club, we closed See You Smile, okay, go away. So maybe that one event that we do might influence people to continue doing it. And that was always the idea in my head when, like, I began the club. And it was always the sense of, like, when it comes to, like, someone that's homeless, and we, like, I think one of the initial events that we did was we went to the Ottawa mission, and they deal with the homeless. They give them food, they give them a place to sleep and stuff like that. And we had like an info session when they taught us about homelessness, and they showed us the stigmas that they would face, like someone that's homeless, he puts himself in this position, they don't need help, they get coins and then they go spend it on this. And
it makes it more difficult to them when they get into the cycle of, like, it's a repeating cycle. It needs someone to break it.
So the thing with that was always they'd say that to us, and they'd tell us about how the homeless, like, they put up with all of that. And then you see people coming up and just pointing like a phone and like telling them,
in their
like,
face.
Exactly. And like at that point, just like, what's the point of helping if you want to do it because of that? And like, that's something that I've been asked a few times, and I've been like, people wouldn't complain about it, but people would just tell me, like, why would you post it? Why would you post a video? Like, even now, like, I'm posting some videos when I'm taking some videos and just showing that, okay, we did A, B, C. Because if you look back to See You Smile, like, okay, I began it 2016, end of 2016. And if you look in 2016 till 2018, we had 2 videos. And the 2 videos that we took was just a lunch bag video of like a lot of us meeting up in class, making lunch bags. But then we had maybe like 25 events. The 25 events, you look at it, and all we used to do is meet up, do the event. Meet up, do the event, and then post a single photo at the end of it saying we did this and just explaining what we did. Like, we made this many lunch bags. Exactly. You look at it now, like jump of like 2019, like you look back and you say, like, we've done 120 events. Okay, so it was a big jump, like between 2016 to 2018. Like it wasn't 120. It was like between 2016 and 2018, we did maybe 25 events. We did 50 events in 2019. Exactly. And like at that one, it was like, okay, like it was nice and it was fun and it was exciting. But then we slowly began posting multiple photos and stuff, but we still did not show people what we did, with how we did it.
That's a thing. Yeah.
So that was one of the issues to me when I began getting the comments that people would ask me, can I come to an event? And I'm like, wait, it's open to anyone. Like, anyone can join. And it's like, I'm Muslim, a lot of us Muslims and stuff like that, but we did not want to tie it to Islam. We didn't want to tie it to a political thing.
No.
If someone wants to help out, literally, to join. So if anyone wants to help out, like,
that's a message for you guys. Right now, also
lockdowns, social distancing, COVID. But can't stay at home.
If you think you can help, like, by also, like, if you also want to donate as well, like, I was visiting the link in your description as well.
So the thing
for homeless people.
So the thing with that was always, like, you'd always get the comment on. It felt like it was exclusive. Like, wait, which one's the one that it's just us? Like, just us?
that is. Yeah. It's only exclusive.
So they felt, a lot of people felt that it was just us and the people in See You Smile that can help. And then slowly we had to just show people that that's not the case.
No.
And even clubs, if they want to do events, if they want to help out. And that's something that, like, I'm glad, alhamdulillah, like, that was one of, like, the good things, one of the positive things that I took out of See You Smile is a lot of clubs stopped focusing on doing events, making money and continuing to do events with that money. They began focusing on doing events, and then the money goes to something good. And I'm not saying that that's something that I did, but like, it's something that the whole See You Smile side of it, with like, it became like one of the biggest clubs on campus, alhamdulillah. Because of that, a lot of people felt that, okay, like, let's do an event and then let's help people in Palestine. Let's help people, homeless people. Let's help people in Lebanon. Let's do this and this and this. And it just, like, it's nice to see, and it's fun helping out. It's fun seeing the ways that they also want to help out.
Exactly.
Hosting a gala, the money is going to go build a school in Palestine. The money is going to go help students' tuition and stuff like that. So like, it's stuff like that obviously, like, it puts a smile on anyone's face.
Oh, definitely.
And yeah, so I think the main thing, and the way that I want to kind of explain it, will kind of tie it all at the end, is with a lot of the events, when you end up like showing past the photo, past that, when you begin showing people the steps you took to host that event, the way you got to that event, like, it's cold outside, homeless people, they have to sleep on benches, they sleep in the snow and all the stuff. We want to do an act of kindness. We'll go pick up some clothing and then we'll go give it to them. We'll pick up jackets, we'll give it to them and stuff. And like, showing them the steps that we took.
Exactly.
Shows them not only, like, look at what we did, but then also shows them that you can do that too. And by the way, like, and that's I think when I was saying how dumb I am and how unfunny and this and all the stuff, like, if someone like me can do something like this, then wallah, anyone can do it. And it's not, and like, I don't even want I hate compliments. I hate people thanking me on anything. I hate people telling me like, oh, what you did is good, because I don't want it to get to my head. I don't like, hopefully not. Alhamdulillah, it hasn't. Inshallah, it doesn't. No, but I don't want anyone to think that I'm someone that's kind, someone that's nice and all this stuff. Just, I want to do it. I'm going to be as nice as I can. And you do you. Like, I hope...
you just want to motivate people to basically do the same. I mean, also on the other side as well, for people who donate, that's a bonus point, because I've dealt with a couple of nonprofits before, and the way they do for donations, the way they do that is they have like their own sequence of where this donation is going from, and then they have like proven pictures, videos, everything of every basically step on the donation. So basically, you see where your donation comes from, and then where it goes, and then what happens to it. I think it motivates other people to like donate as well, or just like pushes them.
But see, the thing is, like, and I think that was one of the things that in the beginning of See You Smile, that was one of the main things to me, was people, and a lot of the people that donated were students with us. Mm-hmm. Okay, so my biggest issue was like donation. It's not a joke. Like, it's not a game. No. It's not like, I'm not going to take donated money and like do something with it. Will buy something expensive, even though I'm helping the cause? No, I'm going to find the most efficient way to, like, if I get like, like $50, I'll make
sure that like, $50
it's exactly 50 lunch bags.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be lazy about thinking, okay, you know what, like, I have $50, I'll just go to like Independent and then I'll buy like the stuff in Independent. No, like, I'll go to the wholesale club. I'll go to a place that's selling it cheap. I'll look it up online, like, what's the cheapest place to buy bologna? And like, it's not because I want to be cheap about it. It's about being efficient with it.
Exactly.
And the thing with that, and when you look at, like you mentioned, like NGOs and stuff like that, like, I think that was one of the things that kind of upset me a lot. And it's not all NGOs. It's not like all of the places like UNICEF and stuff that,
right.
Or they take in a lot of donations, but then you see the most fancy ads, best edits and all the stuff. And it's like, it's all of the money that I'm donating going to the cause, and that's not the case.
No.
And like, when you look it up, you can always Google it and stuff, and you'd look at like financial statements, admin fees and stuff like that. But then like, someone would get paid like 80,000, 70,000, which is, it's his job, which makes sense. I'm not complaining about it. I'm not saying that someone shouldn't dedicate his job doing this. But with me, this has always been a hobby, and this is something that I want to do it to help. And I want to do it not to get any financial gain, not to get any publicity, not to get anything that benefits me specifically, but I want to benefit someone that I want to help. So I think my side, it was always, you know what, like, and you'd see me like now, I think in my bag, I have a See You Smile wallet, and like, any money that I get donated, I put it in that wallet and I don't touch it. If I leave it at home, like, I wouldn't take tabs and notes on, okay, you know what, like if I leave at home and I'm going to go buy stuff for the club and I notice that, oh, the wallet isn't on me, I wouldn't say, okay, let me go back and like I'm going to get the wallet and then pay. If I end up paying, I wouldn't
take it from that wallet.
Like I wouldn't think about that. Like that, what if I take a bit, like maybe I take 10 cents on top of what I actually spent? I don't want to live with that feeling of I just spent donated money buying coffee.
Right.
So like that's why I'm always cautious about that, and that's why I always feel like this is something that it's not a game, it's not a joke, it's not something that people should like, because someone's donating money and they wanted to go to this event. And what we would have happen in See You Smile is we'd have like 5 events lined up in the next 2 weeks. And what would happen is someone would tell me, oh, like, I'm going to give you this money, and then give it to me by hand. This is the lunch bag event. So I would put it in its own thing that I'm going to spend this money on the lunch bag and not this event. Even though all of this is helping, this is going to this specific event. And I do my best to put that money to that. I don't know why. It's good, obviously, and stuff, but like I don't know why it's like I have OCD with it. Like, and like I'm obsessed with this this is what he intended to do. And that's why I want to say, like, because like Islam and stuff, like it's always in intention, like in niyyah.
Yeah.
So I always have that in mind. I always feel that, you know what, like maybe someone just donated money, and a lot of times you'd see people donating to causes like online and stuff, and they don't know how much of the money they donated went to the cause. With us, we want to do as best as we can. All of the money that people donate goes to the cause.
Literally.
So that's one side of it. I think on the flip side, it was always, you know what, like if we want to show stuff, if we want to do stuff, how can we show it in the funnest way possible? Because again, it's focused on students, and instead of someone going skiing, they'll come and make lunch bags. Instead of someone going out on Halloween and on Eid, no, come with us, we'll make goodie bags and get toys and give them to kids on Halloween. So like it's stuff like that I always want to kind of focus on. Like I want to kind of show people that, listen, helping and doing all this stuff, it's not always a job, it's not always something, but like we can make it volunteer.
Fun.
Yeah,
literally.
You can make it fun and stuff like that.
And that's where also, like, again, that's where social media comes in handy to show people on, like, yes, we are, volunteering and doing this stuff, but, here's what you're gaining from it.
It began as me and 2 people, See You Smile. Oh. And then it became 10 people, then 15. And then when we began, like, coming up with a lot of ideas, coming up with a lot of events, and then posting a lot of the stuff, we have 50 people now. 60 people.
That's great.
And like it's always new people like finish school and then they still come to events. I've been done school, a lot of people with me have been done school, but we still have See You Smile with us. Like you can leave See You Smile, but See You Smile won't leave you.
Won't leave you, yeah.
And the thing is, like, again, like, and it became like a thing. Like it's like we made its own slang, like, oh, let's do a See You Smile event, even though it's just between us. Like, oh, we'll be hanging out. Oh, let's go make meals and give it to the homeless. Oh, let's go. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Someone does something nice. Someone that we See You Smile, and like that's been the most annoying statement I think anyone said to me. Like, if someone says smile, people just look at me, and like it's so like it gets annoying. Like, okay, like calm down, guys. But like,
hey, he's smiling right now, so
I can't help it. Like it's stuck with me. But like I don't know. Like it just makes it to a point. Like even just the thought of it. And again, like this isn't. I don't want people to kind of take like See You Smile as like the most Islamic thing on the planet, and like something that only Muslims and stuff like that. But like
that was like, just the personal reason why you guys started it, basically.
Yeah,
you just wanted to help.
Even like that. Like it was just the idea that it doesn't sit well with me. I think even when I began, it wasn't even the sense of I'm doing it because I want to get hasanat, or I'm doing this because I want to be a good Muslim and stuff.
All right.
It's just like me as a human being. Like I'm walking downtown and I see someone that's homeless, that's as old as my dad, asking me to give him change. And he does not have a place to sleep. Like it doesn't sit well with me knowing that I'm going to go home and sleep on a bed. I have food. I have access to basically anything that I need, and someone sleeping outside. Like that doesn't feel okay with me. And that's why in the beginning of COVID, it's like, okay, like I can watch Netflix, I can do all the stuff, and that would be fun. That would be amazing. I can finally take time to myself that I have not given to myself since I don't know how long.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, they can't say the same. And like, maybe a lot of people that I know, okay, and this isn't me giving anyone slack. This isn't me telling people that, oh no, you should be going out, you should help people. It's not. But like I always used to tell myself that I don't know when I'm gonna die. And I know like it took like, you know, like I was talking about death now, but like it's just the idea, like I don't know when I'm gonna die. I don't know when, like you know, like someone called Khalid, like he used to always ask me that, oh, like, you know, oh, when's the next lunch bag event? Will we still do lunch bag? Why do we still make lunch bags and stuff like that? And to me, it was always, you know, we made it to like 7,000 lunch bags. Like we made about 8,500, but when we made 8,000 lunch bags, it's like, should we stop? Well, no. Like, when will See You Smile end? When will See You Smile go away? When will we stop doing what we do? And my biggest thing was, like, what if lunch bag 8,001 was the one that's going to take me to heaven? What if that was the thing that tips the scale? What if that's the lunch bag that will cancel out all the dumb things that I've done in my life? What if that's the lunch bag that takes me to heaven? And I know that's like like
pre-religious
point of view, like even past that, like even me knowing that maybe something that I can do, like instead of me doing a lot, and I keep going back to the same point of Netflix and hanging out and stuff like that, but it's just the idea that maybe I can use my time to help someone. And maybe that's why I was put on this. Like, I was put in Canada, I was put in Ottawa, I was put in CU, and CU fits with the name See You Smile. And then me meeting all the people that I met, me going to all the places that I've been to, and going to all the associations and events that I've been able to go to, that led me to open the club, and it led me to begin thinking of things in a new way. And it changed my life, to be honest. And it just makes me look at things in a new light, like with homelessness, with people in need, with families in need, with even people that I know, like with mental health and stuff like that. It's like, we design each lunch bag. Like, we would sit down and like put positive messages on each lunch bag. And like the whole point of that is, okay, you help someone that's homeless, you help them with food.
Literally.
But then they also have mental health issues.
But yeah, you need to cover that side as well. Just saying that.
So like a design, again, to a lot of people designing it, they would always ask us like, why am I wasting my time? They'll just eat it and then chuck it out.
No, it's not a waste of time. It's something that they do take.
Yeah, and the thing that what would happen, and that was like, we designed all the lunch bags. I thought, okay, this would be a cool idea if we design it. We can design the lunch bags. And I initially, like event lunch bag 1.0, I sat down alone and just went off designing. And then the event came and people kind of had an idea, and like this is, we'll put the lunch bags, we'll put the sandwiches and stuff in it. And then at that point, it just, I just felt that, let me see how this is taken. If it's a waste of time, we won't do it again, but let's see. And then when we went downtown, people began like showing, oh, look at what mine has. Oh, look what mine has. And at that point, I took a step back. I'm like, okay, this might take, I don't know how much time to design, but I'm happy doing it.
I'd cry if I see that. But like, to be honest with you, it's just a big effect on people's lives, and just to let people know, like like a word, like one word matters a lot. Like it has a big effect and a big impact on like not maybe like your day, but maybe what comes in the future as well. One event that you guys did, and I liked that because it was good. Personally, it helped me a lot. It was when you guys put those quotes on the lockers. You guys had a quote on my locker, so I was like, oh my god! It just came one day, and I'm like, well, isn't that nice? Like I just, and then throughout the year, I kept, like, whenever I have a hard time or like an easy time, every day I'd read that quote, and then just like it just puts a smile on your face. It just again, go and See You Smile.
Yeah, no, like the thing is, like, and so it was a student club. It still is, but like
Yeah.
we just became an NGO too. So alhamdulillah. But like the thing I think with that is I was a student. I know it's not the funnest thing to do in life, and I know how assignments and exams and stuff like that. I know how the toll that it takes on
so
people.
Stressful.
So like with that, like that was also something that we like. Okay, would help the homeless, would help people that we don't know, would help people in need. But then help doesn't only come in food. It doesn't only come in money, but it also comes in making someone's day. And like that's again, it goes back to Islam as an example. A smile is sadaqah.
Right.
So like smiling at someone, that's a good deed. And like that is something that kind of stems, like See You Smile kind of stems off that is you don't know, and you said it, like you don't know what thing that you say might impact someone's life. Well, it might impact someone's, even if it just impacts someone's day, even if someone, like as he's doing his exam, he sees a positive message and he smiles, that's good enough to me.
Literally.
So like the thing with that is you want to look at it in the sense of, okay, I can help people that I don't know, but how can we also help students? What can we do to help youth, students, people that have exams, people that have that? And like you just begin thinking of like paint nights, initiatives like skiing, all the stuff. Like it might not do much, but it might do something.
True.
And then with like convocations as an example, like I'm the type of guy that I don't miss a convocation. So like someone just got his diploma, it's one of the happiest days of someone's life is when they get the diploma, and not only them, but also like family.
Yeah.
So COVID happens, and I don't miss convocations. That's not, awesome. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't miss convocations. So, and I used to even when I had my job and stuff, like I have a 9 to 5, I'd take my sick days. I'd take days off to go to people's convocation. So like, again, this isn't like me flexing or me saying, but like,
that's just you.
It's like, I like seeing people happy. I like hyping up people that I know. So like we made an event called Hype Man. Mm-hmm. And what we did is we put a sign up sheet, and people would not sign up sheet, but like an application thing. And people would just type up the names of people that they know that finished, that got a diploma. And when we went to the field house, even if we don't know who it is, we just began yelling. We checked off the names and we just hyped them up. We have like 20 people, or we have signs and stuff, and we just began yelling. And that happened like in 2019, the fall. We did it also in Ottawa and stuff. And then it just made it to a point that, okay, like this is something that we want to keep doing.
It's great.
And then COVID. And when COVID happened, you have to come up with something. I'm not letting that slide.
COVID, man.
So I'm like, you know what? Like I have to come up with something. And even if it's just going to be me alone, me passing by people's house and like honking and beeping, I don't mind. So what happened is I put up something on social media. I asked people, do you know anyone that's finishing school, that's living in Ottawa? Let me know. And I got so many messages. And all the messages that I got, like it was insane. Like it was, and like I'd just note them down, and I'd note them down by location, and I'd note them down and plan it with the people that sent me, with the people that they know and the family.
So they can get them out.
So we can, so exactly. And what I did is I still had my 9 to 5. So like within a month, like I'd have to design the diploma, put the name, and then get the diploma with me, put it in a thing, and then go meet up with the people. I'm in like at any time that you hold my phone, I was in at least like 15 chats, ongoing chats, planning on, like this guy lives in the south, let's do it at 2 p.m. And then on Wednesday, and then this guy wants to do it also at 2 p.m. but he lives, like they want to do this guy's on 2 p.m. but this guy lives in Canada. And it's like no. So I'd also have to stay on top of all things just to see that, okay, no, like South Keys we do it on this day, Canada we do it this day, and that was the most hectic like month of my life. So and the whole idea of it's just the idea that someone's gonna get his diploma by mail. I'm not letting that happen. Like he's not gonna be the happiest day of his life. Is not gonna be.
No, I'm just saying
that. And like I don't want to waste it on the family too, because I know how happy my dad.
Over Zoom.
Exactly. So I said, you know what? We'd show up. We'd have a lot of people show up. We'd go. We'd beep. We'd honk. We have like we'd have song on. We'd get them gown and a hat and diplomas, and would let the family give it to them. Like they'd be the ones that call out the name.
So it's still in a safe way, but still, you just make them happy.
Exactly. So like that was insane, but it was good. Like it was fun.
It was a good idea though. Like just saying that you guys.
It was hectic, but it was
like
good.
That's nice. Like I've seen videos from other people when they started posting. I was like, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is something. I mean, again, putting smile on people's faces and everything. Especially like that wasn't like long. It wasn't long after COVID hit. Like
It was
especially
last June.
It was literally. It's still lockdown.
We handed out diplomas 102.
Yep.
We had like 67 or 68 convocations. So, and that was in a month. So like, and that was with a 9 to 5. So like, it wasn't the funnest, but it was, I think, it's one of those things I'm always going to look back on. Like,
literally. A lot of people appreciate that, believe me, especially it was locked. Like, I'm just saying that it was mid lockdown. When did we come out of lockdown? I don't know. Like, I think I'm not going to say it. Okay. Because like, I'll get batched. I'm just saying. Some people actually watch closely, so
it's all good. It's all good. People make mistakes.
It did happen to me before. I was like, "What is this idiot saying?" It's like, dude, just chill. Chill. We make mistakes, but though, like we were in lockdown for a long time, and like feel longer than other countries as well. It did affect us differently. Yeah, that was interesting as well, doing exams online and everything. No. Hopefully we come back soon.
Hopefully.
I heard some rumors that we might be going back in fall, but not fully.
They say that, and then something happens. Get a lot of cases,
it gets pushed back.
So I think the one thing that people always have to keep in mind is no expectation, no disappointment. So don't expect much. Don't expect to go back. And then when they tell you, "Yalla, school's open," just don't complain. Don't complain. Just
appreciate, man. Appreciate. That's what I'm saying. Like literally, I lived the uni life. My day would start in uni, end in uni at 1 a.m. That was my life, and I loved it. Just saying, I don't know how I'm gonna go back with the podcast and everything, going on, because I gotta manage between university and everything. Because at the time I didn't have the podcast, and I just wanted also to talk a little bit about like social life, which was very like, just saying, first year in university, social life was great for me because like I'm still getting used to know a lot of people, getting introduced to a lot of people, and I was in one of the schools that was like had like I knew a lot of Arabs, and my friends turned out to be good, socially good. So like when I came to university, I wasn't like alone. It wasn't just like I gotta get to know that person and that person. And I just like went to my friends and they're like introduced me literally to everyone. Like I feel so good because everyone literally. And that's nice about Carleton is like as well, like what the clubs are doing and everything. It makes it feel like it's a warm welcome to everyone. You don't feel like you always can see someone who's gonna talk to you. Literally. I don't care.
Annoying as you can be, as annoying as someone can be, you'll always find someone.
You're always gonna find someone who's gonna be friends with you.
So like, and if you can't, like, just hit me up. Like I'm just as annoying.
Talking about me, I'm really annoying. So like, I don't know how my friends put up with my stuff.
I can say the same. Wallah, I can say the same.
Well, talking about social life. I've been getting messages as well from other people saying that you're not contacting us. Have you been forgetting about us or what? I'm like, come on, man. Come on. It's COVID, and like, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't do anything about that. I can see that like going back to university now, everything will be different. Literally, it's gonna be social but not social at the same time, and it's gonna be weird. Imagine if we have to take off the masks.
As much as it
my
was
fear.
The most annoying thing to begin with, but I got so used to it now. Like I and like my mask, like I always have it on.
You have
it's
it there.
hanging. It's hanging on my neck all the time.
Always.
So like sometimes I fall asleep with it, but like it's just the idea. Like I'd go to a mall and I wouldn't have to take it out, and I'd have it on me.
Yep.
And like I genuinely feel like this is gonna like my kids will see my mask, like, it's like
please don't say that. Please.
Let's hope not.
You know what's funny? Oh my god!
I feel like it's not gonna be that funny.
It is. Well, it's
Sad.
pathetic.
Okay.
It's pathetic. That's what it is. In the beginning of COVID, I was working and I took a picture of like I wasn't sure what I wrote. I was like, but our branch was locked, like the door was down and everything. We couldn't help people, but we had to work. So, and I got a DM from this person saying that like, come on, be positive, whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm positive we're gonna die. That's she's like, come on, don't say that. Whatever, COVID will be done in a couple of months. It's only gonna be one lockdown. I didn't message this person until like there was like a couple of like DMs or whatever, but like that was the longest conversation. It went over 2 days of conversation, and I was like, that's interesting. Looking back now, I looked back the other day. It was exactly a year later after it was the first message, and I'm like, I guess it took that long. I guess I was right. So like I don't know when this is gonna end, but hopefully it ends soon. Hopefully, like I can see it like ending, but like not in like we sleep today and tomorrow there's no COVID. Khalas, that's it. Yay, happy life. No, it will gradually go back to normal, but like we won't feel it. I don't think we would feel it.
Yeah.
Imagine we live a life without a mask, man. How is that going to be?
One day. Inshallah, one day.
Oh God.
Yeah.
One of the jokes that I get as well, like nowadays, back in the days, if you go to a bank with a mask on, everyone's gonna assume that you're gonna rob them.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a norm.
Wow, I didn't think of that.
No, you can't tell. You can't tell like who's gonna rob you or not, because I deal with that. So, how do you identify the robber again?
Oh, this makes life so easier when I think about it. Like, if anyone's gonna steal a bank, just put a few masks on.
Literally,
you'll be fine.
Make sure it's not the CEO smile, so they don't go after those people.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The other day, someone got arrested for carrying an airsoft gun in the subway. I was like, interesting. It's like, because people were freaking out. They thought it's an actual gun, and like 10 policemen.
We used to have this. We used to have them back home. Like, we used to play with them, and we used to just aim at. Like,
it was every Eid, right? That's what I'm saying. That's the game. That's the game. Childhood. That's the best child. Not the Fortnite one.
My childhood was so. Yeah.
Tell me about it. Let's go. We've got time.
No. Fights and stuff like that. But it was living in the Middle East. It is what it is. Like that, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That's how you find out yourself. Like when you're a child, you try to do everything. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. No. It was funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you trouble to other people or just
my God.
Yeah?
Oh my God! Like I was.
Your parents though.
anyone that knew me then just thought like I was like just. Like I might go to jail. I might like I was just hitting people, fighting people, and stuff like that. And then it's not like I wouldn't go and like out of my way to like I wasn't a bully. I wasn't someone that would go and like.
You just like to get in trouble.
Like I'd just pick on people. I'd mess with them. I'd joke with them, and then it just leads to like a small fight. But like, it's like boys will be boys. I think.
Oh,
yeah. But like in that sense, it was always like okay. It was like. It was like okay. It was funny sometimes and stuff like that. But then when it makes it to a point that. Okay, like I'm physically hitting someone and someone's going home upset and stuff like that. Like me looking back, it's like anyone that I tell them what I used to do in high school. I
can't believe you, man.
That's the thing. Like that's the thing.
I'm looking at you. I'm like, I can't. This is so ironic.
That's the thing. But like even people back home that tell me like, what the hell is like the change is like 180. Like what's going on? So like,
do you want to hear something ironic as well? I was a shy kid, by the way. I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't do anything. I was so shy, like so unconfident, so shy. I'm like, right now, I'm like, what the heck is going on?
No, alhamdulillah. Like, yeah, I wasn't a shy kid. I was I was annoying. I think. Was I shy? I wasn't. I wasn't.
Forgot or what?
I was always the. No, I always talk. Like I was always that kid that talks a lot. I was always that kid that gets into detention and stuff like that. Like just like shut up, like sit alone, and like they set me alone on a table alone just so.
Like, you were the kid in the back.
So like, wasn't the best. But, And that kind of explains why I would switch schools. But like even that, like I'd look back at that. I'd look back at like how badly I used to do on some things, and like school and like social life and all the stuff. And I'd look at it, and that shaped who I am. Like it made me like I wasn't a bully, but even when you'd pick on a few people, like you'd notice that like you leave a bad taste in someone's mouth, and like it's small things like that I'd notice that, okay, like
maybe you should have done better.
Exactly.
Just, like,
and like you just look at that, you don't know like what someone has going on. You don't know if someone's like dealing with a lot back home and stuff like that. And that kind of like just the thought of not just how I was, but like how you look at people at school, you look at people as a kid, like you'd see how some people act and stuff. You just feel bad knowing that maybe you fed into it. Like maybe someone was dealing with a lot of stuff, and I was someone that fed into that. I did something that negatively impacted them, and just the thought of that always upset me. Just the thought of like, instead of positively benefiting them, I did the opposite. And it was always something, and like this is something I kind of always think about when I meet someone is, again, this was stolen off Google, is if anyone comes to you, well, if anyone you meet, you have to do something to like affect them, and like you have to choose which type of effect you want to like put
you
on.
always do an impact. You have an impact on people whether you like it or not.
So you have to decide which type of impact you want to leave, and then you also have to like be like I don't know how to put it, like anyone that comes to you, you have to find a way. Well, I live in the way that I want to find a way to make them like, you know, أحسن من قبل.
Better than before.
Exactly. English, not my.
Okay. Neither mine.
Not the best at English.
Neither mine. I hated English when I was a kid. I don't like. Well, now it's better, but just saying, I hated the heck out of English because my teacher wasn't that great.
I'm not blaming someone that teaches me. I think it's a me thing.
Oh no, it's a them thing for me. So don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So like, what do you think out of like all volunteering things and See You Smile, mainly See You Smile? What do you think this impacted on you, or just what did you come out of?
Changed my life.
What did you take out of that?
Changed my life.
It did.
Honestly, wallah.
Yeah.
Like it was like the way that I act, the way that I talk, the people that I know, the people that I met, the way that we hang out, the way that I think. I think that was the biggest change. Is I stopped thinking like so my whole life, like even on the note of bullying and being that kid and stuff like that, like getting bullied and stuff, I wasn't, alhamdulillah, like I wasn't bullied as a kid.
Right.
Like I was annoying, but people just watch me at a distance. Like
we don't want to mess.
He's gonna shut up. No, like he's gonna shut up eventually. So like in that sense, it was always like it was always the idea that, okay, like, you know, I don't know how to put it.
Say it in Arabic. We're good.
No, even that. Like it's just the.
Oh, you lost it. Like, you lost it in two languages. That's good.
It's
it tends to happen to me a lot. So
no, it happens a lot. But like the thing I think with me is, I don't know what I can do. I don't know how I can again impact someone's life. I don't know what I will say, what I will do that, and then what the outcome is gonna be at the end. So I think anytime I think of that, anytime I think of like the people that talk to me, the people that talk about me, the people that talk about what I do, the people that, you know, like get annoyed about the stuff that we do. Like it's always something, again, like a lot of people might think about a lot of people that I don't mind. Like, I don't mind someone like not liking me. Again, it upsets me knowing that I upset someone. I don't like that.
But like you gotta know that like there's two sides to the thing. Like
which again, like at the again, like, you know, like I met a lot of good people in my life, and I met so many people that I'm always gonna look at and say like, this is a positive influence in my life. Like even if they didn't mean to, even if they don't mean to be, they did something that made me change. They did something that made me happy. They did something that made me want to do something nice to someone else. Will it, even if someone just suggests an idea, will it suggest something that, like, the thought of, oh, like, you know what would be funny? Or if we do like a convocation and we go help people and we go make people happy. Like, if I take that idea, the guy that mentioned it, he would always be in my head. Yeah. It always, like, we had an idea that was mentioned in, I think, day 2 of See You Smile, and we did the event in 2018.
So and 22 years later, yeah, basically.
And the guy, he stopped helping out. Like, it's not that he stopped; he just got busy with school and stuff. And like, one of the ideas that he mentioned is us going and helping custodians. So the people that clean the school, the people that keep it safe and keep it clean and stuff. He just mentioned, oh, like, we should do something and just help them out. That's it. Full stop. 2018 comes along. We meet up at school.
And that was the idea.
And we came up with an idea called Helping Hands. And the idea of it was the custodians sign in at 10 p.m. So we showed up at school at 7 with cleaning supplies. And we cleaned. The idea was to clean the school. That wasn't going to finish in 7 to 10. So we cleaned up UC and like a few buildings beside it. And then they showed up at 10, and we had them coffee, Timbits, snacks, and all the stuff. And we just said, you guys can skip UC. Like, you guys don't have to go and clean UC. So like we did that. So like, that was one of the things. And the day that I finished, I went to him and I messaged him. I told him, by the way, like, this
your idea. Just
yeah. So and it's again, this isn't gonna change anything to me. This isn't gonna, it might not affect him, but like, he made him smile and he told me, oh my God, like, this made me happy, blah, blah, blah. So it's just stuff like that
again, relating to the idea, you choose what impact you make. Basically, make sure that it's a good impact on people. Like, make sure, you know, whatever you're doing will favor those people. Yeah. Like, in 10 years, whatever. You never know. Sometimes a nice word to someone will bring the
idea of the whole club. The idea of the whole club was, it's not gonna last my whole life. It's not gonna last, like, I don't know how long. Like, when we began the club, I used to always joke about, oh, I'm gonna close it. Like, I began the club, got a lot of people involved, and then within a few weeks, I'm like, oh, okay, time to close it. And like, I've been making that joke till now. But at one point, it's not going to be a joke. And the thing with the club going away, the thing with all the stuff, like, I might not continue planning events. A lot of people that we know might not continue planning. And the only thing that's left, obviously, okay, the social media side of it, but then the only thing that's left with the people is how they felt in those events, what they did, and like, exactly. And that is something that I've always thought about, and that's something that I always that was what motivated me to continue doing it. Is I might be like, my mission in life is to change this planet. As cheesy as that sounds, as dumb as that sounds, I genuinely feel like this is what I have to do. I might not do it, and I know I won't do it, but I know that something that I do might motivate someone that's actually going to do it. Yeah. I helped host, I don't know how many lunch bag events, how many events feeding the homeless. Someone might wake up and he opens the second Amazon, he makes a lot of money, and then he ends homelessness in Ottawa just by doing one event, giving all the homeless like a place to sleep and stuff. And I've been doing this since 2016, and all he had to do was take out his wallet. Literally. And maybe that idea, or that way, like, maybe that stemmed in one of the events that we did. Maybe he came to only one event and stopped showing up, but that stuck with him. Yeah. And when he made a lot of money, when he became someone with status, or someone that can make an impact, he would look back and say, when I was at school, I did ABC. Let me do that now, big scale. And then they do something that just washes us and like just puts all the stuff that we did, puts it aside, and look at what I did. And like, that's something that anyone can do. And that's
literally,
yeah. And like, that's something I think, it's about it. So it's at the tip of my tongue, but I don't know where it is. and I don't want to misquote it, so I'm not gonna say
don't.
it. So like that I don't want to get bashed, but like,
do you want to be killed, bro?
but like I
do you want to
even
be bashed by
even the like even okay past that, like even people that motivated people that influence a lot of people.
Literally.
Tupac as an example, like I love Tupac, and like one of the things that he was always saying is he wants to do something that changes the planet, and even though he might not be the one,
Go ahead, yeah.
Even though he might not be the one that does it, like even if he's not the one that does it, he wants to motivate someone to do it. And it's not that that's the way I want to live my life, and I'm like as influential and stuff as him, but like it's like it is what it is.
Definitely. I mean, like if you remember when going back to like Arabic schools and everything, yeah, like they talked a lot about Thomas Edison and like he tried this many times and that many times, but he never gave up. But like I feel like you can relate a little bit to that, like keep on trying, even though like we're not inventing something here, but keep on trying until you actually succeed, or someone else will
even
take
even
on.
that, like even like I don't even want it to be me. Like it doesn't mean that much to me if someone ends up doing it. If someone ends up doing something that I will look at and say, maybe I did something about it. That's good enough to me. And like even if someone does it and it has nothing to do, like I've not met them in my life, I'm okay with it. Is it
Awesome.
gonna die?
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like kind of moving towards the end of our podcast though. Well, thank you for joining me here today. That was awesome. Thank you.
I talk a lot, man.
Well, if you let me, if the cameras let me talk, I'm gonna talk for like 2-3 hours. I feel like in our 100th episode we're gonna be like next to Joe Rogan 4 hours, whatever it is.
Inshallah.
Hopefully. Thank you for joining me, man. It was a trip from the South to here.
It's all good, wallah.
I always make my guests do that trip. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good.
But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching this episode, guys. It was great. If you actually want to help out or want to know more about See You Smile, I will leave the links in the description as well. For See You Smile, and if you want to hit up Omar as well, hit him up. Though check See You Smile first. It's the main, basically it's the main thing or the main page that they use as well. They have lots of information there about how to donate, how to get involved. Maybe also how to follow their work if you get inspired as well. Definitely check it out. If you watched this episode till the end, thank you very much. You are the real ones. If you haven't subscribed yet to this podcast, come on, subscribe. we need your subscription as well to get this podcast out there. Share this episode with the people that you think, or people that will need it. A lot of people it will motivate a lot of people. It's one of my favorite episodes so far. So share it, hit the like button, tell us in the comments what you think about this episode. Check out our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anghami, and Spotify. Thank you for watching and have a good day.